Alright, what is up? 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 More lapping. More lapping. Now, I'd need one of those trays if I was rolling up in this seat. One of those trays to put in my lap. I've yet to get one. I could probably use one, honestly. I could probably use one. I know Raw makes them. Raw makes them. There's probably like a Snoop Dogg one too. Yeah. I'll probably collect all the weed that I dropped and try to roll a joint out of it. Try to roll a joint out of it. You're more of a glass smoker though, so you don't use it often. So am I. I'm more of a cart guy. I like carts. Cartridges. The twist-on cartridges with weed oil in them that you put onto a vape. That's what I like. I get them medically. I get those little weed carts medically. I get them medical. And they're strong too, so I don't need to smoke a lot. That sensation you get goes less and less and less the more you use it. Because it was like that with me. I had asthma. Bro. I have asthma too. I suffered with asthma a lot. And the more I used the cart, the less that feeling got. The less it got. Less and less. I built up a tolerance to it. And I also stopped smoking a lot of it. I would take these big hits and then it would like almost make me sick. And I would start coughing and my chest would get real tight and like start to like I don't know what it's doing, but it feels kind of tight. And then I would take like a and put it down and it was way more tolerable. Cuz then I could do like 2 or 3 of those, you know. But now it's like I can rip the thing and it doesn't bother me at all. Sometimes I forget that there's a hit in my body because I don't know. I get so used to it. But I definitely experienced that. This one dude at the skate park took a hit off of the vape and puked. And I was trying to tell him not to take a big hit, and he ripped the heck out of it. And it made him sick. And I know exactly what he was going through because I hit a dab one time. It made me so sick. I actually threw up. And I haven't smoked a dab since, bro. I might never smoke dabs ever again after that. Yeah, I know a guy that does blinkers. It's pretty much how he smokes. I don't do that. I can't do that yet. This tune is done. That chat is so funny. Uh, so this car is level 50, and there's no need to level it up around the track, but I want to use the car. So I'm gonna do 1 lap around Fujimi Kaido, and then 1 lap around Le Mans, and then one lap around Nurburgring with this car, and then I'm gonna move on to whatever car is next in line. And then I'm freaking yeah. So this car is tuned for Fujimi Kaido, if I'm not incorrect. Let me make sure. Oh, I did save it. Is it? Yeah, Fujimi. And it's the 2014 Alfa Romeo 4C. It's this thing right here. It's in my car bay spot. Perfect. Fujimi Kaido. This is such a Toge. Such a Toge. And it's my favorite track in the game. I used to say it's like an ultimate back road, but it's truly a Toge. It's truly a Toge. It's truly a Toge. I gotta check to see what kind of transmission this car's got. I gotta check to see if it's paddle shifters, sequential, H pattern, non-clutch stick shift. I don't know, not H pattern, but like there's some gearboxes that you don't need to push in a clutch for. You can go from first gear to second to third to fourth, and so on, and then eventually into overdrive without ever having to push in a clutch pedal. And my Buick used to have that. I had a Buick that had that very same transmission. It had first gear, second gear, third gear, and then drive, which was overdrive. And I never had to push in a clutch pedal. But if I put it in drive, it would drive automatic. It would shift on its own. So what is this gearbox? Paddle shifters, okay. So I'm gonna switch it to manual. Manual for sure. Then I'm gonna do some CloudBot stuff. So if you guys type in settings, you get the most updated settings that there is. Settings. And it's almost done. It's almost done. And it's done. Settings. There you go. Yo, some of these cars, and I don't know why, but if you give it too much gas, they like literally will turn on their own. It's been that way. I don't know why, but some of these cars would turn on their own freaking under enough power. They would just go sideways and crash. I don't know if it's the upgrades I have on it, if it's the way that like the physics work in the game. How it is in your ear. It is? Dude, is it? Oh my goodness. Is it like that in real life? Because I've never experienced that. Is that because one wheel spins and not both? Under tire spin? My dad tried to explain it to me, but I'm still not 100% like understanding of it. I know that that my car, like either one of the wheels lock because it's a rear wheel drive, and then the other wheel will like spin or something. And when I give it too much power and it wheel spins, evidently, allegedly, only one tire spins. And I'm guessing that's why the car kind of goes sideways. But I'm guessing that's why the car goes sideways under enough power in this game. I'm not sure though. Figure your traction control is off right now and stability control, so it would cut power to different wheels to address the slipping. I have traction control and stability control turned off. I like these settings. I like those turned off. I like the challenge and the driving line. It's doing it right now. Yeah, I like the challenge of stability control and traction control turned off. Also ABS. And then, of course, simulated steering, simulated damage, rewinds off, driving line off, no braking. I know some people use the braking line, but I don't do that. I don't like it. It doesn't really help me that much. I figure if I'm gonna have any line on, it's gonna be full driving line or no line, honestly. Because I've used the braking only, and it was so unhelpful to me, like right out of the get-go. And I'm pretty sure eventually I went back, and I don't plan on putting it back on. I don't know. I haven't put it back on since. I read your chat. I've never driven a race car. It's probably not a limited slip diff. I mean, you might be right. I'm not really sure what it is. It's rear wheel drive, and I know it's got a differential in it. But it's definitely a stock differential. Maybe it's not a stock differential. Maybe there's something put into it. Maybe there's an upgrade on it. I'm pretty sure the only thing that was added to that car was a new shifter, a replacement shifter knob, which is like this metal, it's this metal pole, and then he took the Scion logos off and put Toyota emblems on it. And then attached the GT86 emblems to the side of the Scion FRS. And as far as that goes, I don't know if the guy did anything else, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. I know we've done a lot to the car. That car's on its second engine. So when your innermost wheel spins faster and your outermost is spinning slower, and when a wheel catches grip, it gets full power to that wheel. You also have some good power to do that. What makes it the innermost wheel, though? What makes it the innermost wheel? Like when in a turn, the innermost wheel in a turn or something? The turns, yeah. So, all right, during a turn, what would be the innermost? What side would the innermost wheel be on in the car during a left-hand turn? All right. Does anybody else know the answer to that question? Any viewers out there that can answer that question? What makes it a left innermost wheel? If it's a left turn and the car is turning left, is the left wheel the innermost turned in wheel? Anybody? It says I have one viewer, which I'm pretty sure is counting me. Twitch definitely counts the streamer as a viewer for some reason. Unless you can turn it off and someone has turned it off, but I don't know if there's even a feature to do that. I just assume when it says one viewer that it's me, since I learned that Twitch counts me as a viewer on my streams. You know what's funny? When I first started streaming, I didn't know that Twitch counts me as a viewer. So I was under the impression that there was this... I was under the impression that there was this loyal viewer that would come into my stream, like, almost as soon as I started streaming, and would watch every time all the way through my streams. And I remember, like, what that was like for me. Like, the whole experience for me was like there was someone watching my stream, and eventually I found out that it was me. I didn't know it was me. And then I found out it was me. So when it says 1 viewer on my stream, I usually assume that it's counting myself. Unless for some reason myself is not being included and it's someone else. And in that instance, I would assume that it is a viewer. But you know what? It doesn't happen overnight, guys. Spent a lot of time building up my numbers. Been streaming for a long time. Well, that's a lap at Fujimi. What does that make it? 329 laps out of 1,000. That was the 329th lap. I'm gonna be grinding, guys, like, I don't know, there's probably not much else I'm gonna be doing on Forza Motorsport. I'm gonna be grinding for a while until this is done, guys. Like, either all of the streams or most of the streams is gonna be me grinding this 1,000 lap challenge I have for three tracks. Of course, when Forza Horizon 6 comes out, I'll be playing it, but I'm definitely gonna get the Ultimate Edition, and I'm gonna pre-order the Ultimate Edition, and I'm gonna play the game when it comes out. And I'm most likely gonna be playing it a lot. I don't know, there's skateboarding, so it's not like I can really focus in on Forza Horizon 6, because I'll have something else that I gotta be doing and stuff that I'll be doing, so yeah. When Forza Horizon 6 comes out, I'm gonna play it a lot. I'm gonna stream Forza Horizon 6, and I'm gonna be doing Forza Horizon 6 for like probably a month. A lot. And it'll probably become less and less. I got skateboarding as well. I'm trying to go somewhere with skateboarding, so I gotta put some time in skateboarding. And it's the winter, so my skateboarding's kind of come to a stop, especially with all this cold weather we're getting. I can't even leave my driveway right now. There's so much ice and snow on my driveway. I cannot get out of the driveway in my car. There's an indoor park, but it's in a factory, and it's not like it's not insulated, so a lot of air gets in and out. There's like a lot of air in and out, so when it's cold outside, it's cold in the skate park. You gotta dress really warm if it's a winter day to go to that skate park. And if it's like 32 degrees or below, I'm most likely not skateboarding, because that's so cold. The dirty little secret about skateboarding is the falls. They're inevitable. There's falls in skateboarding. What I learned is it hurts more to fall when there's a fall. It hurts more in the winter when I fall. I know that. It hurt more in the winter one time when I fell. And yeah, that was so painful. Huh. my hand smacked on the ground in like 35-degree weather because of a fall. And it hurt so bad. I'm pretty sure I got up and went home after that. I'm pretty sure I was like, this is too cold, and freaking left. That changed my life that day. That literally changed my life. I stopped going out in the weather that cold or colder. It was really cold, like 38 degrees or something like that. I didn't know that it hurt more during a fall, like to hit the ground and stuff. With all that, I didn't know all that hurt more in the winter until it happened one time. And yeah, that really hurt. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be grinding these laps out. And then Forza Horizon 6 comes out, and I'm gonna be streaming and doing my thing on Forza Horizon 6 for a while. But it is not going to be as much as it's gonna be like from like the first 2 weeks on. It's like the first 2 weeks I'm probably gonna play this game so much. Probably gonna freaking do my thing on Forza Horizon 6 so much. And then I gotta get back to skateboarding because it's freaking March and it's warm outside in March. It's like a farmer in harvest. They gotta work during harvest or they're gonna go poor. It's kind of like the same thing in skateboarding over here. When it's warm out, I don't know. During the winter in some places, it's cold, and when it's warm in those places, it is like the harvest of a farmer. You gotta get out there and skate a little bit during the warm weather. Whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be less and less because I gotta do more and more skateboarding during the winter. I mean, during the summer. I'm tuning this car to Le Mans. I'm pretty hyped for Forza Horizon 6. I was watching a lot of videos on it. I was staying really up to date with it. I kind of fell off, but I was staying really up to date with it. I wanted to learn about the game. And I sure did. There's a lot of stuff that's come out, though, that I haven't seen. I'm definitely going to stream a lot when the Forza Horizon 6 like release time is to like 2-3 weeks, and then I'm gonna start doing less and skating more, and then eventually I'm probably going to be skating so much that I probably won't even be able to stream, but we'll see. Maybe I can do it. It's gonna take some time because I'm gonna be spending as much possible time at the skate park that I can and trying to skateboard as much as I possibly can in a day. Because the skate parks are only open for so long. And then eventually it gets so late, you just gotta go home. That's it. All the parks close. Everything is shut down. Gates are locked. Parks don't open until freaking sunset. I have a goal to get to the park when it opens with a skate park in it, obviously, and skateboard as much as I possibly can for as long as I possibly can until, like, I simply cannot proceed any further in skateboarding. And then it would be time for me to go home. And after I get home, that's when I would stream. Like, that's the time to stream. But if I start going, like, really hard on this, like, I'm not sure that I'm gonna have it in me to be able to stream some nights after such a long day of skateboarding. So it is possible that I may not stream the entire freaking summer. I may or may not stream during warm weather over here. During warm weather, I may or may not. I was doing a little bit of it near the end of the warm weather last year. And it wasn't until, like, close to the end of, like, warm weather that I started pushing so hard myself and skating as much as I possibly can for as long as I possibly can in a day. And I'm pretty sure I never streamed after any of those. I might not have it in me to do it this year, to do both streaming and skateboarding. And if I can't do streaming, then I'm going to be doing skateboarding. Nah, I'm definitely going to stream when Forza Horizon 6 comes out. And it's going to be less and less as we get further away from the release date. The only exception in my skateboarding to, like, stop the routine that I'm going to be doing in the summer is Forza Horizon 6 early release, like, date. That's it. The Forza Horizon 6 release window and stuff. Party, I don't know. Time. Yeah. And then eventually I gotta skate more. And I don't know if I'm gonna have it in me to stream after some of my sessions. I don't know. I've thought about how I'm gonna do it. I figure I'd have about 3 hours to stream after my skateboarding. Unless I skate until like 2 in the morning. Which I don't freaking see happening, honestly. Yep, a lap at Le Mans, then a lap, then tuning, and then a lap at Nurburgring with this Alfa Romeo. I've got it tuned to Le Mans. Specifically this circuit. Because on the tuning app, you can book tunes for both circuits, both the old Musane and the De La Sarthe, the full circuit, the one with the two what are those called? I don't know. Maybe chicane. I'm pretty sure it's not a chicane. I don't know what they're called. But it's a right turn, and then a left turn, and then a right turn, and it goes back onto the straight. So it comes off the straight to the right, and then to the left, and then it turns back onto the straight. In the old Misana, they block those off and you just go straight. You don't have to brake or turn. You can go like 220 miles per hour straight through them if you want. You can go so fast through those. Oh yeah, so guys, I turned on stream shift, which is a function in my streaming service that allows me to go from streaming from my desktop, which is like all the cameras and stuff, like my pedal cam and this cam right here showing me, and then the game camera and stuff. It can go from that to streaming from my phone, and I can like leave the setup and still stay on camera, like stream and stuff. So like if I go smoking cigarettes, the stream doesn't like stop. I can go and I can continue the stream while I'm doing things like smoking cigarettes or like making a coffee. What else? Smoking weed outside. Yeah, medicating. Smoking weed outside. I don't know what else I'd do. Maybe if I was like going to get a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, I could like place my camera, my phone somewhere, and stream shift to my phone, and then just like leave it there as I drive to the coffee shop and get coffee, and then drive back home, and then I could switch it over and stream whatever game I would want, any stream that I want, anything. It's really clutch. Freaking stream shift's really clutch, but it's in beta, and there's still some there's still some problems wrong with it, like compilations and stuff. It's not perfect. There's still things that need to be addressed. For some reason, it would end my streams during switching. But I get that it's not perfect, and I don't expect it to be perfect. I just don't like it ending my streams. Because it would end a stream and then start a new one and then stream from my phone. Which isn't ideal. That's not supposed to happen. Like, that could definitely be addressed and fixed. That could definitely be fixed. I don't want that in my streams. I don't want that. I want the stream to continue during shifts. See, that's yeah. I'm gonna be smoking a cigarette soon. Maybe Streamlab maybe Event Lab is in Forza Horizon 6. I hope so. I really enjoyed some of the Event Lab stuff that was created in Forza Horizon 5. And that wasn't there when the game came out. That was something that, like, we either got that when that game came out or it was included in an update. But I discovered it one time and did some of the events, and I enjoyed it so much, guys. That was like my crack. That was like my crack, dude. I was so into that. And they were so good. They were so good. I prefer the Forza Motorsport, like, physics over the released Horizon games. And I prefer Forza Motorsport the most. But if Forza Horizon 6 is anything like how Forza Motorsport, which it most likely is, then I will be playing that game as much as I possibly can. I might enjoy it more than Forza Motorsport. I remember hearing something about they were using something from this game for Forza Horizon 6, and they were talking about something. They were doing something that came over from Forza. I'm not sure if it was the physics or what, or if like they copy and pasted like the physics from the game into Forza Horizon 6. I don't know, but if that's true, I wouldn't mind at all. I would not mind at all. With the wheel I have, I get the most out of Forza Motorsport. I don't have a PC that can handle the games with the specifications like what Assetto Corsa Evo has. I tried to stream and play that game on my gaming laptop, and my gaming laptop couldn't handle it. It simply could not run the game smooth enough to, like, enjoy the game at its full potential. Like, I could not get that game. It would, like, almost lag constantly. It was like less frames a second. I don't know. It was really strange what it was doing. The game would load, but when I would try stuff like driving, it was so much on such little specifications, on like the specifications that I had, it could not run smoothly. It was not operating the way that it would operate, that it was like supposed to operate. I guess because of the specifications on my laptop. So I haven't been able to use this wheel on games like iRacing or Assetto Corsa Evo. What else is there? R Factory. Pretty sure that's it. There's Le Mans Ultimate, but I don't know if I'm into like playing. I've yet to play that game. I enjoy the range of Forza Motorsport. There's EAF1. And then there's games like Need for Speed, which I can play on my Xbox. I don't have to play that game on PC like iRacing or Assetto Corsa Evo. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, damn it. Alright. I'm going to try this stream shift. Now, it may end my stream, but if everything goes the way that I hope for, that I want, this should be a really long stream for as long as I possibly can before 12 o'clock a.m. Sunday night, Sunday morning, because that's when I start my rest day from my work, the Sabbath. That's when the Sabbath is for me. I do the Sabbath on Sunday. Um, so when it's 12 a.m., I am not working. I'm gonna try this stream shift though. All right. Now, the question is, did that end the stream and start a new one? Or did that keep the stream going? It did, and it's working. Yes. Okay. So, in the past, now, this has ended, this has worked for me, but it has sometimes ended my streams. And then during this change from laptop to my mobile device, would start a new stream after it transfers over to the phone. And I'd prefer the app to not end my stream. I'd prefer it to continue the stream, not end the stream and start a new one. I had one night where I started about 13 to 15 streams, and it was all because my streams were ending during switches from laptop to mobile streaming with Streamlabs using StreamShift. And I was not pleased with that. I would prefer that it continues the stream instead of ending a stream, but I'm pretty sure that's just an error. And it's in beta mode, so it's not like, you know, it's not that it's done. It's still got potential to be fixed. It could still be fixed. So I'm in my bathroom smoking a cigarette. Yeah. I'm not going to be spending too much time away from Forza Motorsport until the Sabbath, but usually I just smoke a cigarette and then maybe like get an energy drink or something, or like go to my phone and do something. But these breaks don't take very long. These breaks, they don't take very long. Now, there was one instance where I went on a break and laid down because I was trying to take a break from streaming, and I ended up falling asleep. And I had the stream running, and I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was still freaking going, and I went downstairs and ended it, and then went back to sleep. I think I was at like hour 16 or something, and I was so beat. I was so loaded up with
Forza Motorsport in so much time. So much Forza Motorsport was done, and I had to lay down. I literally had to go take a break, and I ended up falling asleep, and the screen was like stuck on currently busy. It was literally saying currently busy, and I ended the stream when I woke up at like 4 in the morning. What's the word? I was like burnt out. I needed to lay down. And I'm guessing I needed to sleep because I fell asleep. I was definitely pushing myself, and I was really pushing it that last week. I got a lot of sleep this week, so I think if potentially I could stream into the last hour of my work week, of this work week, and then I could most likely stream until it is the Sabbath, and then end my stream, and then just like rest and sleep as much as possible. Sleep as much as possible, and yeah. I have some strong hopes that have been such a strong fuel to the fire in streaming, and it would be the only reason that I stream so much until the Sabbath. It would be the only reason that I stream as much as I would stream from this stream on. Like, if I didn't have these hopes, I wouldn't be doing as much if I didn't have these hopes. You know, I read somewhere, the past is depression, the present is peace, and the future is anxiety. That was a quote on my TV. There's this channel that plays music without commercials, and they have these little like text things that come up for like 30 seconds, and then a new one comes up, and they're usually quotes by people. Like every once in a while they advertise their service, like their freaking channel on one of those text things, but you know, if that's true, then I would rather live in the present. I would rather live in the present. I do not want to be depressed. I do not want to be anxious. I want to be at peace. I want to be at peace. I'm almost done with this cigarette. So, like, the move, after this cigarette, I'm most likely, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, but if that leads me to more streaming, then so be it. I don't know. We'll see. I want to work as much as I possibly can until the Sabbath, because I could sleep as much as possible on the Sabbath, which would give me plenty of rest for the week. And sometimes I literally start streaming like right after the freaking Sabbath like ends. I literally go downstairs like 5 minutes after the Sabbath at like 12:05 in the morning and start a stream. Now that's not every time, but that's what I was doing. And yeah. Sometimes I'll sleep as much as I possibly can during the Sabbath, and the alarm that goes off at 12 a.m. on Sunday, on Monday, and sometimes like I will wake up and then fall back asleep, and usually I end up sleeping until the morning, until the sun comes up. So I switched to mobile. I am back at my rig. I'm in my seat. You guys can see I'm in my seat. This is my setup. This is my display so that I can go from TV to display instead of there. It's less of a look. It's easier to go from here to here. So, yeah. And I've got a bunch of stuff here. My Xbox stuff is right there. It's my Xbox Series X, my laptop. TV screen, and then is this. My shifter used to be on this. So I'm going to try to switch back to laptop mode, and I'm going to check to see if it ended the stream. Now, I know how to do this, and it's not working properly, but it usually switches over without any problems. Yeah. What was that? Oh, it was chat. It was my phone. Okay. Did the stream end? The stream didn't end. The stream didn't end, but the timer on my streaming app has reset, and it's currently at 53 seconds, 54 seconds, 56, 58. Even though on my stream manager on twitch.com shows the duration from start to current, but so does the YouTube. So I gotta use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. All right.
I'm back. There is one thing I want to do, and I am going to go do that. But first, I must. Alright, I'm back. I am back. Back to Forza. More laps. More tuning. All that good stuff. 414.785. Can you guys beat that? I'm not gonna just do my own rivals time though. What's up? Do I have any viewers out there? Any viewers? Any at all? So I'm not going against my rival's time this time, guys. I'm going against someone else's rival's time. I'm going against someone else's rival's time. All right, that's a Nurburgring lap. So I did a lap at Fujimi Kaido. How do I do this? Fujimi Kaido, Le Mans, Le Mans, and Nurburgring. So, yeah. I did a lap at Fujimi Kaido, Le Mans, and Nurburgring. And I need to update this. So it's been updated. So I'm gonna check to see which car is the next in line. The 1993 McLaren F1. This is the car. Manual with clutch. Manual with clutch.
All right, get this mic out of the way. What happens if I press transition?
That is clutch. That is so clutch. What? My wheels locked up. Oh, this car. I gotta get the red line for this tuning app. For this tuning app. 9,500.